dude. Careful.
Did you forget?
Realist Podcast. Welcome back. Welcome home to the You Are Here podcast. This is episode 182 of the podcast. Man. First of all, shout out Liana. Dude,
shout out Liana.
Just served us up some Korean barbecue at the Cast Iron Pot out in Little Ferry. Shout out. That's a free plug. But dude, we are full.
We're full of meat.
We are tired.
We're full of meat.
We are messed up.
We're exhausted.
And we're back for another week.
Welcome back. Welcome home. You're Here podcast, episode 182.
182, baby. I said all that, and you're saying it.
I'm just doubling it up.
Just doubling. Shout out to Anytown Actors Lab.
Oh,
man.
official partner of the You're Here podcast.
Official partner of the You're Here podcast. If you're looking for if you're looking to get into acting, or you're experienced, or maybe you feel like you're at a plateau and you need a different perspective. You need some teachings. You need to get back to the basics, man. Anytown Actors Lab, run by Adam Louder. He's a killer teacher. He's so intelligent, and he's just a great person too. I know he could be there to help you. They have a great. They're located where in the what is it? It's Austin, Fort Worth, Dallas, Fort Worth area for in person. They also have online classes, but Anytown Actors Lab. Go hit them up. Link in the description.
Just click it.
Yeah. Shout out to the patrons once again.
Shout out.
Patreon.com/YourHerePod if you want to help us out, support us in any way, in the smallest way.
Yes.
It's the best way to do it. We love you guys. Thank you so much. And yeah, man, it's a dreary day. It's been a rainy day. Hope the week's starting out okay. You know, I had a pretty, let's just say it started off not that great, but we brought it back up. We brought the vibrations back up.
I almost didn't make it here.
Really?
Before we went to lunch, yeah.
Really?
It was that crazy outside. Right?
Oh, the outside?
Yeah, I was driving the coupe.
Yeah.
So it was low to the ground. I told you I'd hop the curb back onto the highway.
Oh, yeah.
The one exit was flooded out.
I mean, we went to get dinner, and there was literally no way to get out. It was all flooded.
Yeah, there was a car just like left in a lake.
In like puddles, just from the rain.
Yeah.
It was wild.
That's the power of nature, bro. You never
Do you
know.
think things are going downhill with nature?
Yes. I do. I sure do, man. Because everything.
I
don't know.
I'd like to agree.
I wake up, the first thing I go on is Twitter.
I'd like to agree with that,
I go on Twitter as soon as I wake up, and it's like record highs in Europe set wildfires ablaze.
I'm sorry, that made me sound like I just don't believe in it.
No.
I was like, do you believe in this?
I don't know, bro. I
think things are happening. Dude.
Things are definitely changing. But that's what happens on Earth, right? Things change.
Yeah.
We're definitely contributing, I'm sure.
It is strange to think that we're just destroying
our own home.
What it is.
Yeah.
You know, people
still litter. You ever think of that?
Yeah. That makes no sense.
They still throw the thing out the window of the car. I saw a guy do it in front of me this week, and I was like, I got so mad. So I'm like, dude, is it 2000? You're still throwing like your trash out a window? Just keep it in your car till you get home.
Or put it in your pocket.
Yeah, I don't get that, dude.
It is weird.
People still litter.
Yeah.
You know? Don't litter.
Don't.
You watch it, if you listen, don't litter. I mean, what?
I like to believe that the people that watch don't litter. You
know?
I have a good feeling that they don't. They can't.
And our group would whoop the other You Are podcast group's ass. I think in
for sure they litter.
In physical combat.
Those people litter.
Combat.
Trust me.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Hey, dude, where you been, huh? Checking in.
Crickets.
It's been months.
It's been crickets. We didn't put a hex on you.
And it bothers me because, they get to just sit there and just be stagnant. And we just get to chill underneath them. But you know what? That's life.
It's okay. That's life.
Just how it is.
That's the cards are sometimes
And I'll
dealt.
accept it, dude.
Yeah.
I accept that.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, how do you feel about hate online?
Hate online?
Yeah. Social media hate. How do you feel about that? I just wanted to talk about it because
it's tough, dude.
It's a terrible thing.
Honestly, it's tough. What I think is
we've been very lucky.
Yeah, we have been. We've had some people,
Yeah, but
you get the people that it's literally almost sad to read it.
But look at the ratio of people that reach out to us with kind words and sweet intention.
Yeah.
And then the people that are like, fuck you.
Yeah. I don't agree with the feel the idea of you should be it should be able to just be off
Right.
You know, that you're not able to do it.
Right.
I think it's important for people to be able to
Freedom of speech.
say whatever.
Yeah,
Like
totally.
whatever you really
I agree.
feel, you know, and have arguments
I agree.
and discussion. And I think it's tough because I think the internet is a place where it's inevitable, especially with younger people using the internet. You know what I mean? Like, you see, like older people aren't doing this stuff. It's all like young kids that they don't really care, or they don't know that they care about what people say or what people do, and it's just jokes too. A lot of just jokes. I think it's inevitable. It's just important to think, you know, it's gonna happen no matter what.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you won't avoid hate.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost even better if you just lean into it.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
sure.
If people really are calling you out for some stuff,
Yeah.
you can just be like, yeah, man, I'm the guy now, you know? And then you just shut down their thing.
Yeah.
Because
It's not fun anymore.
What those people are trying to do is get a reaction
Yeah.
to what they say.
Yeah.
But they're just a person on the other end of the screen that they don't even know who you are, and you don't know who they are.
Yeah.
You'll never meet them. They'll never say it to your face.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, most people that I probably hate on you, if you were like to meet
Yeah.
face to face, you probably get along, or at least have some kind of common ground where
Yeah.
they wouldn't say that to you.
yeah. And it's like the best thing you could do is just not give them like a satisfaction.
Yeah.
You know?
But the dude who reached out on YouTube,
Yeah, you know what? On the last podcast we did, we talked about MGK, right? And, you know,
just had some thoughts,
and yeah, we had thoughts.
Yeah.
You know, we had opinions.
some opinions.
And yeah, like personally, I don't know how much you knew about MGK like
I
in the
don't
past
know
and stuff.
shit about
You don't know anything. I know a little bit about him in the past, and I formulated my opinion a long time ago. Till then, from then up until now, and I kind of just don't like him that much as a person for the things he's done. And I don't really think his music and whatever his movies, the style of everything. I'm all about like the whole package. You know what I mean? I'm not about it. It's not for me. It really isn't. You know, and that's okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's not trying to get you as a
because he's
fan.
literally, you know, making millions.
He's doing his
You know what I mean?
thing.
And he came from nothing, which is great.
Respect.
Respect, man. I respect that 100%. But I could also say, not rarely. Maybe your movie came from a place that was, you know, important to him. But I could also say, wasn't that good. Written poorly, and it wasn't really acted that well.
Casted not well and not acted.
Yeah, and you know, it could have been a fun movie. You know what I mean? But
just for fun with your homies.
In
But it
context, the subject matter we're talking about is movies, and you know, the art form.
Yeah.
And we're talking about with like, you know, the top artists is like they kind of almost become like unrelatable. You know what I mean? And you can't really like they lose their appeal to like the common eye. You know, and that's kind of like I don't care about Megan Fox and MGK and all these cameos from these people. Like, I think I'm past the point where I'm like, whoa, man, like this guy's in it. Oh, whoa,
I think
dude,
so.
it's Pete Davidson.
I think so.
Like, hey, man.
Is it good or is it not good?
I'm gonna say like, yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna say it, but it's just like I can't care enough about that. Like, I don't care about that.
Yeah, but respect the homie for saying his point of view in a really like sincere way.
And I could tell that MGK meant something to him.
And
You know?
respect.
And that's great, dude. Find what you
I got
care
people
about.
that mean something to me that like everyone's like, what?
Yes,
That's fucking crazy.
exactly.
And I'm like, nah, bro. To me,
That's the best thing, dude. Keep loving it.
Yes,
Keep loving them.
yes,
You know? Because I have my people that I love and you have yours. And like, that's how you know you're being real.
Yeah.
You know? Because if someone says something and then you change your way
popular or
and you
whatever,
change it,
you change
that's when you know you're trying to be someone else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's what's important is like, you're sticking up for it. And then we both had a good conversation. And I'm grateful for your comment where you said, you're grateful that we could just agree to disagree. And that's rare in the world.
It's so rare.
And wish you the best.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing I wanted to like single out of hate. The general statement of hate online is like, it seems like if someone says something, like we're saying something right now, this opinion I'm literally saying right now, someone could take a piece of it, and then say, like, I don't know why, but they could just say, is this guy effing crazy? Ha ha ha. And they have, let's say, 500,000 followers, and they highlight me being a fool, and they make me look like I'm silly or stupid or whatever. for saying my opinion.
And take a 5-second clip of it.
Yeah, and they roast it.
Yeah.
A bunch of people.
Now that's the thing. This is also a thing about the internet.
Yeah.
That is literally like a genre.
Yeah.
Like drama, tea, like
yeah.
it's literally a way to get clicks, you know?
But
So
why?
that's literally.
Let's go deeper, Mike.
You asked me why.
You know
the
keep
answer.
Going. That's why. That's
You know
why.
exactly why.
Why?
You know exactly why. Because sometimes when you click on something that it's someone that you're like, oh really, and then you kind of like click on the links. You click and click and click, and
it's
you're like,
what's going on?
yeah, because you get the inside, the inside eye of like
drama.
Yeah, there's drama. It's like that's the biggest thing is in a movie. What do you need? You need a conflict.
You need conflict.
You need something.
Very
you know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's it. That's what's happening as well. But it's real life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, whoa, these worlds are colliding. Like I gotta see what happens.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah.
But this is the problem is. Like with that comment I had with that person, that idea of like we can agree to disagree, and I wish you the best.
Yeah.
Once either party decides like we disagree, we agree to disagree, but fuck you, that's the problem.
That's different.
That's
different.
That's the hate.
Yes.
On the internet.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's like that's literally that's I think for everything, for every person. Like all the drama's happening, it's always it's not about they're both like cool with each other because they disagree. You know, it's more than them disagreeing. It's they feel a type of way because they disagree. And either of the parties saying you have to think like me.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's what everything boils down to, I think, in history. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's just I think what we have to deal with as being humans.
Yeah.
You know?
We're gonna get chewed out sometimes in a
Yeah.
hateful way.
Yeah.
As long as we exist online.
Yeah.
If you exist online.
Some people just can't fathom your way.
It just
You
it's
know?
like if we all it's never going to be this way, but it'd be wishful thinking to be like, you have a different point of view, I don't understand it, but respect.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy too how literally that idea of like it's you think about something, like you think of something this way, I think something this way, we disagree. But now like on a larger scale in a community, in a state, it's like you're basically taking the vote of like two sides.
Yeah.
And whoever votes more gets that overruled.
Yeah.
And that's the new thing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's so like archaic.
Wasn't the nature too of like a democratic system of like two parties?
Yeah.
Like one wins for a time.
Yeah.
Then the other one charges itself up with anger and resentment for getting stomped out, and then overvotes that party out.
Yeah, but that's
And
tough
then this
because
one charges up, and then
that's the thing is like that's the hard part because it's tough because there's certain states that they stay whatever red or blue.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're gonna be like that forever.
For a long time,
There's some
yeah.
states that are just they're gonna stay like that forever because the people there just believe that. You know, but these places where they have both, it's like a lot of people. Then it's just. It's interesting. I feel like there's more conflict.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
like I feel like if you're living in a purely, like conservative state,
yeah,
like those are probably the most. I want to think they're the most peaceful places.
yeah,
It's like because it's all the same people
Yeah,
are
yeah.
like on the same page and believe the same things.
yeah,
Yeah. But these places where you start like mixing everyone and now there's these conflicts and then you have like those states that are all alone. They're like, oh, but they're fucking with our people.
Yeah.
It just seems so. I don't know, like old school,
It is.
like so like not up to date. You know what I mean?
How do
Of
you
like
do it
this
different?
choosing. I don't know, man. That's literally what the government's been like created for.
Bro, I was thinking.
This is the system.
I've been
Checks
listening
and
to.
balances.
I've been listening to a lot of podcasts about like emperors, like
Yeah.
Roman emperors, and I love history, dude. So I'm always like diving in Roman history specifically, and like some other times. Roman history, when they had a senate, right?
Yeah.
So it was the emperor was like the king, the
Yeah.
one that like was before Caesar came the Caesar. And but before Caesar was a senate, and the senate was like the closest thing to democracy like that world had for a kingdom like Rome was. Rome was a dynasty, and the senate would like overrule almost the emperor because it was many of the wisest people of the nation that like were passed down these titles from like their fathers and their fathers. So the emperor, the system, like once Julius Caesar took over, like he created the becoming a ruler of the dynasty. Like his rule was like final. His word meant everything, and he can overrule the Senate. And once that happened, there would be, as the emperors kept coming, they obviously didn't want to give up power to the Senate again. Yeah. But what would happen is look how many murders of emperors there were in Rome. How many Caesars were fucking killed off by their armies, by their own families, like the backstabbing, all this stuff. And it's because like if one person holds that much power, like if you had all the power in the world, you're a nice guy. You're a very good guy. But like imagine all of the power of so many people where you say something and like it's done. Yeah. Don't you think you would fumble that? Oh yeah. You cannot please everybody. Yeah. And you have an ego, just like I have an ego, just like everyone does, and we sin all the time. We make mistakes.
And you have people that actually care about like they're like trying to fight for something, but there's also people that are like, no, but just fuck you because you're you, and just like they don't have they're just trying to hate. They just hate you.
Yeah, man. What would you do if like a group of people try to rise up and whatever? You'd be like, I don't like that. That hurts. Yeah. And then you could say, hey, go take them out. Now
it's even crazier with like include the internet.
Yeah. Imagine if Caesar had the internet.
On TikTok, you're just being memed on.
Well, I was listening about Nero. Nero was like one of the crazy. Like they say, he was like one of the worst emperors of all time.
Oh my god, he was like. He did like some crazy
shit. They say he started the fire that like burned Rome. Yeah. They say he like played the violin or some shit, the fiddle, while like fucking Rome burned, like because he wanted to wipe out 2/3 of it and then build Necropolis, which is like his own.
I'm trying to think of what he was.
He killed his mother.
Yeah, I think he did some crazy.
He's wild. The dude was wild and insane. But like, I was looking at I was listening to that, and what came up was like Augustus. Augustus was an emperor, right, of Rome. And his son, I can't remember his name, but Augustus was like this super poetic dude where he like was emperor, and he was raised by not a family member who was emperor. Like he was adopted essentially into the family. So it wasn't like passed down to my son. It was like, no, you're going to be emperor one day, but you're going to learn from this emperor first. And so he like took on the responsibility of it, and he knew what it meant, and he like spent years watching the emperor do his thing like side by side before him, and he was like a really prolific writer. Like Augustus is like, I mean not Augustus, is it Augustus? No, Marcus Aurelius. I'm talking about Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius was to this day you go to Barnes and Noble, buy the Marcus Aurelius like book on Stoicism. Yeah, it's one of the most beautiful like point of views like on like just thought, just how to live life. And he never thought anyone would read the book. So it's like one of the only books that was drafted like a journal where he had no intention of ever showing anyone. But it's so profound and like to this day you can read it and say, whoa.
Well, I gotta read that.
Dude, it's crazy. It's this idea of the thought of Stoicism.
Is there a couple of like big
there's huge prolific things in there. We could pull up some.
I would like to pull up maybe.
But he was an emperor who, once he became emperor, he passed the reins down to his son. His son, guess what? Because he died from the plague, so his son picked up the mantle, right, of being emperor. What did his son do? I forget what his son's name was. He fucking became a gladiator. Okay. His ego was that big, and he wanted to be the head honcho. So he became a gladiator, went into the Colosseum through gigantic like events, week-long events, day-long event, whatever, and he would kill gladiators. He would fight them. Yeah. And everyone was like, holy shit, our emperor is like a badass, dude. He's like a gladiator, like for real. He trained with them. He's killing people in the Colosseum. He's epic. But they were all like one-sided fights. Like they were all staged. Okay. So he did that to gain favor from the populace, And what happened? He was killed. He was killed. He's untrustworthy. The guy was evil. You know what I mean? Like, but that power could do that. And when you're not, the thing I took away from it was like most of these emperors who were like given power like that, just given it because it's your birthright, because you're just my son. So here you go. Take this. Take all this power. Be the strongest person in the world. They fumbled it.
Yeah.
But the people who were not given it because they were sons, but it was like, no, you seem to be the right quality type of person for this job. They did better.
Oh, wow.
Like, they didn't burn Rome, and they didn't fake Colosseum fights and like kill their mothers, and you know what I mean. It's still a tough job, but like I would just think the idea of power and what it could do to a human, and especially if it's like you're just giving it to your son. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's like
no right.
Yeah, because you're giving them because it's just like
It's family.
Yeah. That's tough, dude. Because like when you think about like instinctively as as humans, as an animal, it's like trying to like extend the life of our family, or like your lineage, right?
Yeah.
So that was probably
You want to keep the family.
if you could do that, then
Right.
of course you're gonna do that,
Right.
You know what I mean? Especially back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Marcus Aurelius, dude. What was his son's name?
Here, I have I brought up 5 like main ideas that he had.
Commodus, that was
Dude,
his name.
see, I'm all in with Marcus Aurelius.
Go ahead.
Fame and desires are not worth pursuing.
Bang, bang.
I mean, come on.
Bang, bang.
That's insane. That's insane. That's literally like so.
He's saying
like,
that
true.
as Emperor of Rome. Dude, imagine being let's say you are the highest paid musician right now. Like all your albums go fucking #1. You've sold out every arena. Everyone on planet Earth loves you. You have you're just killing it. And you're writing in your journal at the same time, reflecting. No, this isn't it.
Yeah.
Fame isn't it, and desire isn't it.
Yeah.
It's an unworthy pursuit. He's doing that as Emperor of Rome. He's reflecting. He's not forcing his power and like fucking like ego driven, like asking for like all kinds of crazy
Do you
shit.
think like people that like the biggest people, like, do you think they've gone through these conversations like when they weren't big?
No.
No,
I mean, probably not.
I don't
know
so.
though. I don't know.
I think majority no.
I think they're hustlers.
I think a couple, yes.
Driven,
you know,
dude. They have that.
There are
fucking
some
fire.
celebrities that are very like
I mean,
human.
Probably,
you know what I mean?
Most, I would say no.
Yeah, I think most no. So it's really weird to think that back then.
Yeah.
As emperor.
Yeah.
Sounds insane.
Yeah, man. I don't know,
insane.
bro. The closer, the more religious I get, dude.
I mean, this is insane.
Go ahead.
Problems are created in the mind.
Facts.
It's
Simple.
insane,
Facts.
dude.
Facts.
It's so true. The rational mind is your greatest asset.
Yeah, balanced.
The universe's change.
Fuck yeah, hey, dude. We could talk about that all episode. The universe has changed.
Wow. Not to live as if you had endless years ahead of you. Death overshadows you. While you're alive and able, be good.
Oh,
I mean, that's our new quote for the Your Podcast. I'm gonna save that.
dude.
That's literally insane.
Marcus Aurelius.
That's so crazy. He didn't want that to go out.
No. That was for him.
Wow.
That was his journal. And we read it today.
The evil that men do harms you only if you do evil in response.
Oh, man. Retaliation.
So true. So true.
Bro, I mean, it's like an eye for an eye will make the world go blind right there.
Whoa. It's silly to try to escape other people's faults. They are inescapable. Mm-hmm. Just try to escape your own. Mm-hmm. Don't worry about all this shit out there, dude.
Imagine that perspective.
That's exactly what it is. Don't worry about all this bullshit.
Yeah.
Figure it out for yourself, man.
Where's your flaws? Where's your struggles?
I mean, that's crazy.
Focus on you.
I mean, honestly, dude, if Marcus Aurelius was here today,
We should get
he'd
head.
be on the podcast.
We should get a Marcus Aurelius head.
We would. That would be
bust,
so
dude.
good, dude. That would be so good.
I think that's.
Now I have to look up if he did anything crazy.
I don't think he did, man. I don't know for sure. But I don't think he did. Just his thought process, man. To have perspective like that in that kind of position of power, bro. To be that like reflective on life and honest. He found some truths, but he's so honest to himself that he found some universal truths that still are acceptable.
This is gonna be funny.
Oh no.
Hold up.
Oh no. What did he do that's bad?
Big fan. Anyway,
No.
he was the perfect emperor. People say.
That's what they're saying.
Sadly, there are few beginnings. I mean, this is literally like a very long article.
Okay.
I can't read this right
Okay.
now.
We'll cap it on he's a good guy. Let's cap it on he's a good guy, and someone could correct us if we're way off. I love the idea, the perspective he had of like not worrying about what others are saying or doing. It's like, dude, I'm not looking for, with how life's been changing, Mike.
Yeah.
It's been painful. And one of the things I struggle with is like losing people. You know, I love to keep people around, and people it means so much to me, and like, I just always felt like I was accepted by a lot of people and loved by a lot of people and liked by a lot of people, but through changes in life and like the transitions of lifestyles and where we're all at, people fall off.
Yeah.
There's no more likes.
Yeah.
There's no more of that. Not as much. But I'm not looking for like anymore.
Yeah.
By a lot. I'm looking for a love by a few. And if you have true love by a few, you don't need liked by a lot.
Yeah.
You know? Liked by a lot comes and goes.
Yeah.
Love by a few sticks
You know what I wanted
around.
to add to this is I agree with that. I think also though, it's also important I've noticed this with like a lot of people around me.
Yeah.
Is this kind of feeling I hear a lot now.
Yeah.
But also I think it's important to the people that, like, sometimes there's people that you think were like so close, or you thought everything was good, but you don't know what happened, and you know what I mean? Like, it's so, I just have to say how it is then. It's literally just like you two were both you both have something that happened.
Yeah.
You know? Like, let's say I went through some shit, you know, and then like I went to this person and they, you know, seemed different, or they acted weird, or they weren't the same as I thought they were, or they didn't give the reaction that I thought they would to my problem, or just whatever. Like, it's literally just, they're probably going through some other shit too, or it's something that happened to them, you know, is affecting now, you know, and now you're both going through some shit, right? And you both you're in like, it's not unstable, but it's like a compromised like mind space. You know what I mean? Like, it's you're trying to search for like an answer. You know, if you're going through some shit, you're trying to be like, why? Or like, why is this happening to me? Like, why has it got to be like this? Like, thinking about all the things you've done, this person that you love so much, like what's going on? You know what I mean? Why has it got to be me? Like, what's going on? And I think it's tough to get out of, like, when you're going through some shit, to really like thinking about like someone else's shit and be like, maybe they're just not ready right now, you know, or maybe they're doing this because there's a problem, you know what I mean? And we're just not on the same page. We can't be on the same wavelength and like meet each other there.
Right.
So maybe you got to give us some time, you know, and give us some space. And, you know, sometimes you come back and sometimes you don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like we've talked about this a lot of like people you lose, you know what I mean? I just want to think more about like, what if like the like maybe it's not a loss, it's just like a break, you know, and maybe you can come back.
I hear that.
You know,
I hear that. I think
the more I think about like just with things I go through, I'm like, and I notice like people go to me and tell me about some other problems, and I'm like, oh, like it's so weird how, you know, when you're telling me, it feels like it's all on them. You know what I mean? Or it's their fault. But it's like, you know, technically it's both of your guys' fault, you know? Or it's, you know, essentially you could like confront and be like, hey man, like, let's talk about this and like, let's figure it out. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's tough too, you know?
What's tough too?
Like doing that, you know?
Confronting someone
yeah.
about?
Because that's the thing. It's like, you think that that's the last thing you should do. You know,
not anymore.
Maybe you should.
I hear that though.
Yeah.
I think at first that was my instinct.
Yeah.
I kind of lean into that now.
Yeah.
But I think I hear you totally. I don't think like when I'm going through shit, I'm a great friend.
Yeah.
Like I can't be.
I feel you. Yeah.
You know, I own that side of the street. My side of the street is like, if I'm going through shit, I try not to, but I'm sure I shut down.
Yeah.
You know, I can hold some of your weight, but not as much as I can when I'm in a healthy place.
Yeah.
You know, and as a friend, you know, and it is a lot about timing and what, you know, I guess, like you're saying, like each other are going through.
Yeah.
And if the timing's right, sometimes you need to hold space for your friend. Sometimes when someone's in pain, it's not about give me an answer or make me feel better. Sometimes it's just, can I like lay my head down on your lap, like straight up, and just feel this way for a little bit.
Yeah.
And we can't always be good friends. We can't always like meet you there, you know? We can try.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people, you know, I've done this before, I'm sure, but like seasons change.
Yeah.
And you're not meeting in the same place anymore. It doesn't feel right. And that's okay. And also, you know, what I'm starting to like realize too is like, we lose everybody.
Yeah.
You lose everybody at some point. It's I don't know the big picture. I don't know why that is.
Yeah.
But that's life. Like we lose each other. At some point, that's what happens. And I don't know. I've been trying to just live in the moment, man. I've been trying to just when I dig around, I'm like, this is too big for me to figure out.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah.
I could confront it. I could, you know,
maybe
be
just
direct
don't.
and just say, "Hey, man, what's up? Do you not like me? Do I not like you? What are we feeling? What's our music sound like right now? Is it clashing or is it making a beautiful sound?" I could do that. But sometimes things unspoken aren't like the worst in the world. Sometimes it's just it feels right that way. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it's like a peaceful moving on process of like a transition where we don't have to speak about it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. I could be totally wrong, but like sometimes you know it when something is over.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
Or you have an anticipation of like, oh, I thought we were going to be closer, but it seems like we won't. We just don't kind of fit.
Yeah.
But when we are close and shit ends, it's much tougher to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you feel an ending of things. You feel the seasons changing.
Yeah.
It's tougher not to be like, oh, please don't. And I've done that.
Yeah.
I've poured my heart out to people. I'm like, are you done with me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna love you forever. Like, don't do this. You know?
Yeah.
I've been there.
I relate to
I've
that.
admitted that.
Yeah.
I think what you said is really important, though. It's like you got to know you play a part in why this isn't working. So what's your part?
Yeah.
It's good to figure that out.
Yeah, and that's tough to do when you're going through the shit. You know what I mean?
Man, it's so tough. So tough.
Yeah, it's almost like most of the time you can't really do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But
you know what, dude? Like what I said is it's kind of morbid.
Yeah.
When I'm reflecting on it, it's like, oh, we all lose each other.
Yeah.
I had this quote I want to read to you today, and it's gonna push us a little bit.
And
I wanted to push us a little bit.
Let's push it.
It's push it real good. Womp womp womp. Okay, so it's from Mahatma Gandhi.
Oh no.
Yeah. He said, whatever you do in life will be insignificant, but it is very important that you do it because you can't know. You can't ever really know the meaning of your life. And you don't need to. Every life has a meaning, whether it lasts 100 years or 100 seconds.
I mean, yeah, I agree. 100%.
You know, like,
Yeah.
what does that make you think about? You just agree?
Honestly, I think that's kind of been playing around in my head.
Whatever you do in life will be insignificant.
Kind of, yeah. That
But
feeling.
it's very important that you do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, God.
What's been playing around in your heart?
Just like that feeling of like, I want to finally just strip away all the like expectations and like assumptions of me and what people expect me to do. And like, if I don't follow like a certain, mold that people think, then I'm just not like good enough or I'm not doing the right thing or whatever, like I think it's been tough in my life to separate myself. Like I think as an individual, I always wanted to be like individual. I want to be like survive on my own, like do it myself. You know what I mean? And it's kind of hard to say you truly do that ever, because you come from, if you're lucky, you come from a family, and you got a mother and father, and you know what I mean. They raise you into a person, and they support you, and you come from the whatever way, they raise you and set you up, I guess, for life. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I think just once you get to I think once your brain develops, you kind of realize like, oh, well, these things of your parents are going to die one day. Like you're going to die one day. You got, relationships, friendships, you're happy, sad, going through all this stuff every day. And it really is important kind of, you start to think about, to yourself, how do you want to spend those days? Like there's no right answer. There's no wrong answer. Well, maybe there are some wrong answers. There could be some bad things that you don't want to do, or, it'd be really bad for you. But essentially, you could kind of do whatever you want, but also I want to stray away from doing things that people want me to do. Yeah. Or like I've been conditioned to in my brain, it's not what I want to do or what I think of. It's just like banged into my head of like, this is how you got to live. Yeah. This is success. This is who you are. Like you got to find those things, because growing up, you think you absorb all this stuff like a sponge, and it makes you into, what the world is to you, your perspective. Yeah. But I think it takes, once you turn into an adult, to finally go through all those things you learned, what you like, what you don't like, how you want to, be, and because I don't know. I think the brain is all feelings are the thing. I think is what you got to figure out when you're older. Feelings. What
do you mean by that?
I feel like you got to learn how to handle feelings.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Because I think growing up is kind of it's crazy, it's an outburst or all this stuff, But I guess in society as an adult, it's kind of you either kind of reserve in and it just goes away, or you know what I mean. You figure out how to live, with those things. I think that's what I'm going through. And that's what I've been observing, as I've been growing.
Yeah. That's an awesome observation.
Yeah.
Group of observations. Yeah, man. That's profound, man. I think the thing I struggled with when I was growing up was I would look up to people and idolize people. And the older I get, I realize nobody's figured it out. Yeah. No one's quite figured it out. We're all human. We all ebb and flow and change and make mistakes. Yeah. And even when the people you think that have it together the most, they're just as afraid as I am or you are of not processing feelings. They don't process their feelings perfectly either. Yeah. We're all trying to figure this thing out as we go through it until it's over. No one quite gets there.
Yeah.
And the only hope is for the day, win the day, find some peace and serenity today.
Yeah.
And then we start again tomorrow. That's the human condition, man.
Yeah.
Your feelings and your thoughts are going to come at you like a freight train as soon as you wake up.
Yeah.
Something's going to hit you and say, whoa, you forgot this. This is going to go wrong today. Yeah. Get ready. I got a bad feeling. Things like that. How many times you feel that when you upon awakening, that's what you're hit with. Yeah. And for me, dude, I started praying about it first thing in the morning. Take this away from me because I can't handle it.
Yeah.
I'm burning the house down right now in my head. Yeah, man, I just, it's something we all struggle with, and it helps me. It lightens the load, dude. If I start to think of everyone as myself, say no one's got it figured out, man.
Yeah.
We're all trying. We're all making an attempt at something, putting ourselves out there, getting hurt, crawling back, healing, going out there again, trying a new thing. And then maybe that thing works, and then we get hurt the next day. Then we crawl back, recoup, try a new thought process. Read Marcus Aurelius' book. That might make me feel better for the next couple of
The
months.
fact that this guy's wrote this in his journal and that came out as like the teachings,
Dude.
you know what I mean? And that's literally like the things I haven't heard of his ideas.
Yeah.
But that's what I've been going through and
Look at
thinking
that,
about
man. Look at
is
that.
like just shows you that's like it's just so I don't know. I can't put it into words.
Mike, he was given everything.
I know.
The whole world.
I know. It's crazy.
And he's thinking these thoughts and putting and journaling about them alone.
Yeah.
Thinking like, this will never be read to anybody. This is for me. I'm just processing how he's doing what we're doing right now, processing our feelings and talking it out, but to himself in a book, on a piece of parchment.
Yeah.
You know? But the thing about him to look at is like, you're talking about literally the same thing he's talking about getting to know yourself more as you get older.
Yeah.
And getting real. You're mining and you're getting so honest.
Yeah.
I feel this. I don't care if anyone agrees. This is what I'm feeling right now. I love this fucking. That's what I started doing in my journal now. If I don't feel like journaling, I'll say, what's true? What's one thing that's true right now that I could write? I listened to this song. It made me feel this. Period.
Yeah.
Someone came into work today. She moved my heart because blah, 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 blah. That's honest. I'm trying to mine at who I am, dude. Not who someone thinks I am.
Yeah.
Not an expectation of what I want to be. Not like, you know, I'm not the desire and the dream chase and the fame thing. That's gone. Finally. And you still get lost if you're not checking in with yourself.
Yeah.
I found myself lost, dude, the last couple months, like cloudy. Not quite, just going to work, clocking in, trying to be present, kind of losing it, in and out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, tired, physically tired, hurting, in pain. And I'm like, I don't even know how I feel. I don't even know how I feel. I'm going to therapy. I'm like just talking through shit. I don't even know how I feel.
Yeah.
But like, just say one thing honest about what you feel right now.
Do you ever feel like sometimes that you feel like you're like people around you, like things that are effects of people around you? Like, do you ever feel like they're just never gonna go through this ever?
No. Yeah. Yes.
Like,
yes. Some
you know
people.
what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, why do I have to like? Why is it so much more of like this problem to me?
I hear you.
You know?
But I think that's an orchestration. That's a lie.
Yeah.
That someone's putting, like, I think something bad is putting on Mike to make you feel alone. Because the truth is, dog, everyone's got to cross the bear.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone's
That's what I'm
got
saying. It's like,
something to struggle
but like in everyone, because it's everyone's like specific cross, right?
Everyone,
Their
yes,
specific
yes.
situation.
But you don't think there's someone out there going through what you're going through?
Yes. But it feels like because it's like specific people, specific situations.
Yes.
It feels like you're just alone. Dude.
Yeah.
And you're like, what? Why?
Yeah.
Like, they can't have any of this problem?
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's weird, dude.
I know. I got friends that, like, they have, it seems like to me, when I met them and when I get to know them and saw their families and stuff, I'm like, they really don't have what I went through and what I'm going through now.
Yeah.
They don't struggle with family shit.
Yeah.
The family seems to love them. They give them shit. They set them up good. Things are going well. Yeah. And they're going to be going well. They love each other. Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, oh, you have nightmares every fucking night? That's a truth, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have that. I don't struggle with that.
Didn't expect that.
Yeah, no, but everyone's got it. Yeah. Everyone's to the person, man, in their own way. And, yeah, it's like we separate ourselves. We're like, like what you're saying. I know the thought. Yeah. You're like, you'll never struggle with what I'm struggling with right now. This specific thing.
Yeah. Can you believe that, like, as a human species, we still, like, have, like, idols?
Oh, dude. We're
after for, like, how many thousands of years?
Why do you think we're built that way?
Still just the same thing?
Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Why do we have idols? Why are we built to be a follower of something we think is greater?
Man, I don't know. Are there studies on this? Like, I've never ever thought about this ever. Like, why are there idols?
I don't know.
I guess it's you can.
Do you think it's good to idolize like anything of the world?
Dude, I feel like more and more I've really thought about it. Like, if I really think hard about it, and I go through all the the hoops and bumps and uncovering everything, I think it's not good.
I agree.
You know?
I agree.
I think it's just not a good thing at all. You know?
I totally agree with you.
Like maybe to the point of like inspiration could be positive.
That's not idol worship.
Yeah.
That's
worship is
inspiration.
Like idol like worship is insane.
You can admire someone's work or some kind of piece of something that's
but like literally like you made a sign and you're like for a person
every day waking up and being like, dude,
yes, and you have
we've
like
all done it.
You have like a Tumblr and you're like,
dude,
like what's his name, Joe Jonas fan 95. Like,
hey bro, don't mess with the Jonas Bros, dude. Hold on. Dude, hold on. That's my cousins right there, dude. Back up.
But yeah, it's just a weird thing I think we still do.
We all have done it.
You know what really, I always want to talk about this on the podcast, that really like irked me?
How ripped I'm getting?
No. Stop it. Dude, stop it.
I'm just kidding.
Not getting ripped. The Amber Heard Johnny Depp trial.
Hey, why did it bother you?
And you know what? Like, I was into it.
Me
all right?
too.
I was very into it.
Me too.
But what really, like, I remember I kind of, because you kind of catch yourself getting caught in like the, oh my God, like what the fuck?
Doing
like,
this? Why am I doing
but like
this?
in the heat of it, you're like, oh shit, like this is
why?
gonna fuck her up.
Yeah.
And you're of course on Team Johnny.
100%.
But like
till the dirt.
Then I see what I really bothered me was with the lawyers. This girl, Cain Velasquez.
Camilla. Cain Velasquez MMA fight. Heavyweight was the former
Dude.
champion of the world.
Camilla, what?
Oh, okay. Vasquez.
Yeah. Wow, how did I do Cain?
You should put him up right now. You should. Oh,
that's so funny. Camilla. I'm just gonna say Cain Velasquez now.
Yeah.
But like seeing her, like the reaction to her really made me feel weird. Right. Mm-hmm. And that. This is way more than like it's like I feel like it's a big group that's really not about like the trial.
Yeah,
it's not about like, you know what I mean, the shit that whatever both of them did or Amber Heard did to Johnny, right?
Yeah.
Like just being on the team, is like means everything to some people,
right?
You know,
right?
Like there'd be people. Like, you ever watch those videos of them walking out of the court?
Just cheering.
And people are like crying.
Because he was...
I saw tears in people's eyes.
Because he was what?
Tears.
Because he... Why?
And they're like, I love you, Camilla. Like, dude.
Grown men.
Imagine doing that.
Grown men.
Imagine doing... And like...
Grown women.
And like, after they're gone, you're like...
people.
What happens to those people? You
just go back... Dude, that's the fun part.
Like, that's what I want to see.
You take the sign back into your SUV... You go,
you
like, want to stop at
great.
the diner on the way
That
home?
was great.
Yeah, we did it. We met Johnny and we screamed at Johnny and Camilla. I think they looked at us.
I'm so sorry, but like I really like that sounds insane to me.
Because people mean a lot to other people.
Yeah.
Some
that idea, dude.
But is that good? And we agree? No.
I don't think so.
I don't think
at
so
the
either.
root of it.
You can admire
now, if anyone
work.
wants to idolize me, you can go.
I don't know. That's the right thing we're talking.
See, this is why we're never gonna get big, dude. Is because we're like too real.
Too real. I know that's the truth. I think that's really.
It
true.
really is, dude.
Kind of like
we're not gonna.
We're two on the
We're
nose.
not gonna clickbait.
No.
And be Dave, slap Mikey in the ass, and he complained.
Yeah.
To HR. You know.
No, we're not looking for it though.
Yeah.
That's not our intention here. You know, we're trying to.
And you know what? And I'm totally okay with it.
Me too.
And that's why it's the UR podcast.
That's right.
That's why it's the realest podcast in the game, and that's just what it is, baby.
Don't close it out yet.
Yeah, no. We
Liana,
got 10 minutes.
Shout out Liana again.
Shout out Liana.
Thank you for cooking up our brisket perfectly. That thing was amazing.
It's so funny.
Perfect marbling. What were we just talking about? Oh, so okay. So with that case, like, I found myself watching. I was like, dude, stop. Why am I clicking this?
Yeah.
We're built for this conflict, dude. You're right. It's all the stories, like you said before. Perfect correlation, dude.
Now, would I marry Cain Velasquez? No, I wouldn't. I couldn't.
Oh, well,
I could not.
There's nothing wrong.
She's married.
You should, yeah. We're not.
And probably has kids. So all you doing that is so weird.
I don't know where you're going with this.
I was making a joke. Because I saw a lot of people that were like,
oh, they love him. Yeah.
It's like she's literally a lawyer.
She's fine.
She'll sue your ass.
And she's good at her job.
Yeah. She also has a family and kids probably. So
I don't know what she's doing.
So chill out.
But you know what they did was they tried to make them look like they were hooking up behind.
Dude.
Like, dude, the narratives that people.
Dude. Just the snakiness.
Oh my god! Can't it just be she's the lawyer, he's the guy, defendant? She's defending him. I don't know.
No.
But yeah, man, just kind of bummy.
It's weird.
I don't like that. That's the dark side.
There's nothing about whenever I see like that, like screaming, and like crying because some person's in the presence,
man.
it's like, I'm sorry, but I can't.
It's horrifying.
It scares me.
People, I hope this reaches somebody. Roll that tape. You're coming out of some place and you're just living your life, and someone stops you and starts screaming at the top of their lungs your name and crying and drops to the floor. Can't even hold their head up. Almost passes out. Do you want that? Do you really want that kind of like admiration? And like, if yes, does that feel right? Or does something feel a little off? Do you desire admiration from others to that level?
Yeah, dude. I want it all.
Do you?
I want a fucking parade in my name.
We all want love.
I want a parade in my name.
So, that's okay if you do. I'm just curious.
I want at least 5 statues of myself.
If you were, you're obviously joking. You're obviously joking.
I'm kidding.
But I mean, like, if you were to
if someone
really
asked you,
think about it.
If like the town asked me.
Yeah, let's say this town, Redford.
Hometown asked you.
I said the town.
No, you're good.
I said something. I think I stopped.
Just keep going.
Sorry. But now I'm stalling, so people are going to rewind.
Say it, dude. Keep talking.
On what I said. They're going to try to decrypt it. You're getting upset.
It's Ridgewood, dude.
No, it is.
My God, you can't even. You can't even like play it.
I can't lie. I can't fucking lie. I'm a bad liar.
Now I forgot it.
I forgot what I was going to say.
I forgot it.
I lost the whole track.
Talk about.
Admiration. If you because
you doxed me. It's crazy.
Admiration, dude. If you roll the tape on that, if you see it to its end, if you go as far as you can with admiration, I want to go back to the question.
No, wait.
I want to go back to the question.
Yeah, the statue. You were talking about something about a statue.
Okay. I'm going to hold my thought here, and then let's go into the statue.
If statue, what were you going to say?
Would you really want 5 statues?
No.
What would you want?
No, but let's say someone came to you in the town. They said, you did a lot for us.
Okay.
We'd like to make a statue.
I'd say
of you.
You really don't have to do that.
Okay,
Honestly,
I get
you really don't have to do that.
I get you.
You know what I mean?
And you'd follow them, and they'd be like, "No, we have to do it."
And
you're like, no.
It's out of my control at that point. You got to put the statue up.
How bad would that be, dude?
Have a statue up where you live
now,
or your hometown.
Would I say, give me the key to the city?
Yes.
Would I say that?
Well, you want the benefits.
I would say that.
You want to go to the. You want to be able.
What
to
are the benefits?
Maybe you get free food. Maybe.
Honestly, I would love that way more than a statue.
Cool little thing, but like you don't need it. You're not like working hard to get the key to the city.
Dude, imagine you get the key to the city.
Come on. I used to think about that.
And I could say it.
I used to think about that a lot.
And I could say it.
I'm gonna put EP on the map. I'm gonna put EP on the map. That's what I used to say. Everyone gonna know what EP's at. Dude. That's what I used to say, bro. And then we can picture
so funny.
EP. Breaking news.
Man.
Such a silly thing.
Crazy
Such a silly
to
thought.
Think about.
That's what motivated me to work hard. Those stupid,
that's
silly.
Not bad.
But I'm keeping it real. That's what motivated me to keep going. Okay. I just had the thought. I kept it in my hand. I put it out here like this. And it was a thought we brought up before. I'm gonna rewind because we didn't answer it. Oh, bro, come on!
I forgot it again.
No, it was real. It was one I wanted to answer before. I wanted you to answer. Come on, Davey. I can't rewind this thing,
We're
man.
about to wrap it up.
Hold up. Don't do that. Don't pressure me. Oh my God. It's just about gone.
It was a question we had before
Yeah.
that I didn't answer.
It's gone. I lost it. I lost it.
That's life.
Your boy lost it. Getting old.
That's life.
32 hurt his
Hey,
shoulder.
man, you're a
Gotta heal up.
podcast.
Your Hair Podcast. Oh, we have a question from someone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Homie Tyler on Instagram. Thanks for shouting us out, buddy. We're shouting you out right now. Where is it? I promised we would answer it on the show this week.
I want to also just
following up.
put it out there to new thing I'm living by is turning up on tragedy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Noel Miller.
Shout out. I love this.
Turn up on tragedy, dude. If something bad happens, just turn up.
I love it.
You know what I mean?
I love it. We dance
That's
on
it.
our we
Yeah.
dance on our downfalls.
Play your favorite song and just start dancing.
Yeah. You blew your
You know what I mean?
tire.
Last night. We need like royalty for your music.
Yeah, we do.
Or we could just play that.
Tyler B. Connor. This is at Tyler B. Connor on Instagram. Thanks for reaching out, buddy. This is what he said. Is it just me, or does anyone else feel disconnected from the world? And you feel like the human race could do so much more than what we are doing, or is it just me? I don't think it's just you, Tyler. You know, I feel disconnected from the world sometimes, man. We were just talking about it. I get real lonely, sad. I disconnect myself from it when I'm going through it. And when you're in that place of disconnect, and when you're looking at others and you're like, this don't make sense. This world doesn't make sense. I don't feel a part of it. Best advice I could give, man, is say one thing that you feel that's true. One thing that means something to you that's true. Start there. I'm trying to do that. I'm actively doing that now. It's helping me out a lot. But when you're speaking from a place of truth from yourself, you get to know yourself better. And once you know yourself better, maybe you don't fit in the world you're in right now. There's a place for you in this world. So focus on you, buddy. I'd say stop shifting to the world. Turn your attention back on yourself. Get to know you. And you'll create that space in the world. Your space. And other people are going to want to be a part of that because it's you. And it's genuine. And it's beautiful. We all flock to that. So keep it real, buddy. Your Hair Podcast.
I like that.
How you feel?
Yeah, I'm all plugged into the world, so
You're plugged in.
Yeah.
You're a plant.
I'm just fully plugged in. No, I definitely feel that a lot sometimes. I think it ranges. I think it's on a scale, you know.
Yeah.
I feel less connected than more, and more connected at times, you know.
Yeah.
I do think it does feel like everyone kind of has. That's what I think I've been realizing the most is everyone is going through their own thing. Everyone has their own problems, and you have your own problems, you know. And we're all just trying to coexist in this, you know, this place that, you know, we're living, we're thriving, we're, you know, going through bad times, we're going through good times. And, you know, there's people around you that are there for you. Make sure you tell those people you love them. There's people that, you know, maybe aren't doing the greatest things to you. So
Get away from them.
either get away from them or, you know, voice that. Tell them that you feel like that. You know what I mean? Try to confront the distance, you know? Instead of turning away and just walking the other way and getting further and further away, maybe walk into a direction where you're like, this is where I want to go. Maybe you're getting closer to the world. You know what I mean? Be open is what I'm saying. Your Hair Podcast.
I found the thing I wanted to say before.
Yeah.
It came back to me. There's a reason for
After
this.
staring into
Remember
me.
we said I asked you and you didn't answer.
What?
Why do you think we're built this way of like idolizing?
Oh, it's idle.
Why are we creatures of like, oh, we need to find a thing to look up to admire, to idolize, not to admire, to idolize?
I think it's boom. I have the answer. I think people that believe that they don't have something. They think that these people they idolize and look up to and see as the all great, you know, Jeb Jonas, my king. Like, that's the guy. Like, that is the king.
Yeah.
He is doing it all. And that could be he's doing what I want to do.
Yeah.
He has what I want.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Or he's just perfect, you know? I think it's a reflection of inside what you're feeling. You know, that the action that you're doing now. That's... I think I just never felt that, like, worship feeling before. I don't know what that is. I don't know how that feels, you know, to do that. Like, what does that do for you? You know?
Right.
I think that'd be important to maybe explore. Like, what do you get out of, like, really, you know, dedicating, you know, this effort, time? Like, why are you doing that?
What are you getting out of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe, I think there might be just, like, maybe you feel like you're not, like, worth that love. Or you're worth, or you don't have that. So, you know, you gotta
admire it.
yeah, you gotta admire, you know, the closer you get to that, maybe you can get to it. Who knows?
Man, dude. Woo. I'm so grateful to be loved, bro. Thank you. Thank you, God. Thank you for everything. Thank you for my friends. Thank you for this podcast. Thank you for life today, period. Oh, I'm so grateful for this. So grateful for this. That's the You Are Here podcast, man.
Episode 182.
Thanks for
Shout out to
keeping
the
it real.
patrons. Anytime Actor Lab. You already know. Realist acting in the game. We love you guys. Thank you so much. My name is Mike, and I'm signing out.
My name's Dave. I love you all. Please be kind to one another. Please be kind to yourselves.
Turn up.